Welcome back to the survival world, episode number 9 I believe already, and I had a bit of a short break from the survival world, mainly because I have obviously joined a multiplayer server, and since it's a new world and everything, I've been spending a bit more time over there than here, which is why I had 2 episodes on the Cornerstone SMP. But don't worry, the plan for the future is to alternate between the two, between the server, the multiplayer server, and the single player world. And even though I have been spending quite some time over on the multiplayer server, I haven't been lazy on here. In fact, I have been doing some building. Since you're not really able to go on vacation at the moment, I've been really embracing the summer vacation feel around this area. That's what's great about the game, isn't it? I can pretend to be on a beautiful villa in Italy. I can pretend sitting there looking over a nice vineyard when in reality, it's more like me sitting on the couch eating chips, but that's why we love Minecraft, isn't it? So this little area gives a nice view over the big farmhouse that I built a couple of weeks back. We have this building right here, which is just a nice little seating area, and I really like using the warped items as details because it really stands out super nicely against the beige of the sandstone and the oak that we have a lot around this area. Gives it a bit more variation, gives the eye something interesting to fixate on. And it's just, I really like the color. I just really like the color. And of course a lot of greenery as always, these little trees, and this well right here, which I really like. I really love the effect of a chain on a fence post for some reason. I can't even explain why properly, I just always liked it. I think it looks good. But yeah, it works well on the well, I think. But these 2 builds are empty as of yet. There is something I want to put in at least one of the 2, because even though we already have some nice detailing here in the area and nice decorating, there is something else I want to add, and that is a banner. I want to design some, nothing too crazy, just a nice banner that I can kind of put around the village, because it's also something you find generally sometimes in some small Italian villages, that they have their village banner hanging out the windows and on the streets, and I think it looks really nice, and I want to bring that into the area as well. So the only problem is I don't really have any wool, so you might have guessed it, we are gonna make a wool farm. Nothing too big, just maybe 2 modules or something, and put them in here. I've put 1 sheep farm in each of the 2 houses, and I'm gonna leave them running for a bit longer, and then maybe towards the end of the episode we can make the banners and put them up around the area. I'm looking forward to that. I also changed the roof of this building on the right a little bit. We had, I think, sandstone originally, and it's now bricks and a bit of granite to make it look more weathered. Because, well, we have a little bit of blue over there of the warped wood, but apart from that, everything's just oak and sandstone and a bit of quartz as well. And I do like the color palette, but now that we've got a bunch of buildings in, it's starting to look a bit dull, and I wanted to mix it up a bit, add a new color, a new block to the building palette, so I brought in the brick, and I think it looks really good. I think the red works well with the oak wood and all that. And while I've been doing that, I've also started working on this building over there, because now that I want to bring in more brick, you might be familiar with that. It's kind of annoying to get clay in survival. So I want to set up some, I believe masons can sell you the bricks. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. And for that I've been building this little villa right here. And down here is space for the villagers to go in. But I don't really have a plan yet for what I want to do. Maybe I'll do it similarly to, well, you can't see it, but behind the farm there's our librarians. There's our librarians in like underneath one of the buildings in the ground. Maybe I'll do it similarly to that, but I'm not sure yet. I don't really have a good idea yet that I'm happy with, so I'll wait on that for a bit. But then this part up here, I think I just want to decorate as a little like cafe or restaurant, because it has this really nice terrace, or yeah, it has this really nice open space here on the left, with an awesome like view of the ocean. And I think it would be nice to just have chairs and tables here to make it like a little restaurant that you would maybe come across while you're on vacation. And then up here there's this hill, and I really want like a big tree on top of it. And I'm not great with custom trees. I've made these little ones like the one over there. But I want a really big one with actual logs as logs. So I will probably look up a tutorial for that, because yeah, I haven't really played around with building trees a lot, so that's gonna go up there, and I hope it'll look really, really cool. But for now we can also already just decorate around here. Yeah, little flower pots and stuff always helps to add greenery and a bit more life to a building, of course. And especially like with our Mediterranean theme, I think it's very fitting, you know. You have those builds that have like a lot of these little flower pots and things outside of them. That, at least to me, seems quite familiar and reminiscent of vacations and things. I'm quite happy with this. I really like that it's a bit different than the buildings that I've made so far over there. Just from the shape and also, of course, the new roof color that we have here as well. I'm also gonna put flower pots and lanterns on top of these walls, because I don't like how flat they look without anything on top of it, as compared to the corner ones that have a lot more detail. So yeah, that really helps. That's a little trick that you can do. Just put something atop of the wall and you get that bulkier middle part right here. And scaffolding is usually my go-to for tables. You know, something quite common is also, of course, the fence post with a trapdoor at top, but then you can't place anything on top of that. Because obviously the trapdoor already fills that spot. But scaffolding, you can put plates on top of it, and you can put flower pots as cups on top of it, so that works out really well usually. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice already, and then I'm gonna use also some more of the warped wood for plates like we did over at those buildings. Like as a little detail and a nice splash of color that really stands out against the beige all around. So yeah, there we go. And now I'm gonna do what I said about looking up a tutorial for a tree, because I really want to see that happening. I want to see a big tree up there now that I thought about it. I did end up kind of winging it. The bottom, the roots, I did pretty much take from a picture, but then I kind of had a hard time, you know, copying the picture to my actual world, and just gave up and kind of, yeah, just did what I felt like made sense in a way. And I think it turned out fine. It's not the best tree ever by any means. It's a bit of a blob up there, but it's one of the best trees I've ever built, so I'm happy with that. And I hope I learned a little while making it. Now all that's left to do here in this little bit is add more greenery, which you can see I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do a bit more of like talking through the process of doing stuff and building things. Like with buildings like this, I don't really do that because I plan them in creative or design them in creative, and then it's just very easy to just take a few screenshots and build them up in the survival world. But I am trying right now to talk a bit more about the process of decorating an area, because I'm usually not very good at that. Usually I just kind of do it and then show you what I've come up with afterwards. There we go. But I hope this is a bit better. I don't know, I try. I'm just trying out different, like kind of testing out different things and see what I land with eventually and go with. But yeah, that looks pretty decent, I think. I still need to do the interior of the actual house, but the area looks good, I believe. Yeah, by the way, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I always appreciate people commenting and I love reading through them, so if you have any suggestion, idea or feedback of any kind, feel free to leave it down below, because yeah, as I said, I really appreciate it and I like interacting with people. So I want to do this path and connect it up with the one over there that leads past the farmhouse. It's always good to put paths around your areas because, oops, don't want that. Because yeah, it really helps tie buildings together. You know, when you build a village like this, it's one thing to, you know, make buildings and houses and give them a purpose. It's another thing to make them feel like they belong together and belong also to the ground that they're standing upon. And adding grass like that and greenery and paths is the best way to do that. I talk about that a lot, I feel like, but I don't know, I feel like that's the best advice you can give, you know. Don't just make it about the build itself, but also the surrounding area. Make it feel lived in, make it feel connected. And like people are actually traversing the area, even though it's in reality just you, maybe. Sugarcane is also something that I see used only rarely, but I really like it. By just hiding the water source, you can use it like as a really nice just decorating block. Yeah, together with tall grass and shorter grass, I think it looks really, really nice and yeah, just more interesting than the usual suspects, you know. I hope there wasn't too much rambling for you, but we are now slowly coming towards the end of the episode, so let's come up with a banner design. In my last Cornerstone SMP video, I already talked a bit about banners and I said how I like banners that are kind of unobtrusive, and I'm gonna go for the same kind of feel with this one, I think. So just I chose cyan as the main color, so it's gonna be very cyan with a hint of these white doodle lines in there, which you can do by choosing the same little symbol 2 times in a row, first with white and then the base color, and then you get this light outline of the design, which I think is really nice. So we'll go with the, what is it called, the bordure indented first, and then some kind of centerpiece. It's probably gonna be either this one or this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the los, I don't know how to say that, with this thing, whatever it is. Oh, and then the cross, let's see. I hope I don't ruin it with this. There we go. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I actually really like that. I think that's what I'm gonna go with, yeah. Oh damn it, I need cyan banners to copy. Right, I forgot about that. Okay, give me a sec, I need to gather some cyan dye. After having to gather this dye, I really feel like I should set up a bunch of farms for all the different colors of dye. Alright, yeah, 1 stack of banners, I think that should be enough. We don't want to overdo it. And then let's copy them. There we go. Now where to put them? I definitely want to put some of them on this little thingy right here. I think that should be fitting, I hope. Maybe one here as well. There we go. And then up on the fence. I like it. And then on the front as well. Let's go here and maybe here. Yeah, I think that looks also good from below here. Yes, nice splash of color. And one up here is also looking good. Maybe here. maybe. Nah. Let's go now with that. Let's not go with that. I think that's enough. I have 3 left. Put them around the village and it's looking good. Our official village banner, which has no meaning at all, other than its only purpose is to look nice, and I think it does. But as I said, we're out of time, so that's going to do it for today's episode. I have been Nellas. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!